Hey family, I hope you're well. My name is Ajua Jamai. For those that don't know me, I'm the author of a brilliant book, absolutely brilliant book, Move to Ghana, 10 Practical Ways to Relocate to the Motherland, that I wrote about 2 years ago. And from time to time, I get asked questions about how to make the move to Ghana. And then obviously, I'm also on a number of platforms where, questions pop up, and I try to, add my knowledge and my insights to some of these questions. So this video that I'm gonna make it snappy, it might be a bit longer than snappy, but let's see how it goes. I've actually taken a bit of time off from sharing insights, just because I was busy. But then I have a bit of time on my hands now, so I'm going to share some insights. But on this occasion, the insights are going to be based on some questions that pop up in some of the forums that I'm on. So there's a question that popped up in a forum that I'm on. Unfortunately, I'd even answered the question, and if I remember, I will address that as well. I'd answered the question and the question got deleted, but I thought it was really, really, really good question. I think the person was asking about, what neighborhood to move into if you migrate to Ghana and so forth. Anyway, I'll address that after I address the one that I could easily get hold of. So somebody asked a question specifically to those that have successfully relocated to Ghana. And I guess I'm going to answer these questions for those that have successfully done it, because I've done it. And then those that are also planning to do it can kind of take some advice and some insights and knowledge from what I share. So his question was, what are some of the preparations you made? What are the absolute must-have? And into brackets, he put finance, job, housing, business, degrees. I wonder what the degrees were doing there, but anyway. And then he says, what is the most common challenge everyone faced in the, I guess what it meant, everyone faced in the transition. So let's break down these questions. The first question is that, those that have successfully made it, moved, relocated, and made it in, quotes. What are some of the preparations you made? And this is one of the things that I always tell people, that you must be absolutely sure about your big why, why you want to make the move. So some of the preparations really need you to sit down and really analyze why, what is the purpose, what is the burning desire in your heart that wants you, that you think that you relocating to Ghana is for you. And once you've answered that question, then you want to kind of move on into how you can prepare to make the move. And one of the crucial things that you must do in preparing to make the move is to actually plan a visit. And when I say plan a visit, if you're of Ghanaian descent or Ghanaian background, where you go to Ghana often on holidays, that's absolutely fine. But making the move and planning a visit on holiday, it's not it's not the same thing. What I mean is that on this occasion, when you plan to actually visit, you plan to visit with a different set of lens on. Your visit is more to go out there to explore, to do research, to find out what's going on the ground, to find out how you can fit in, to find out what the locals, how the locals live like, to kind of consider, what type of, lifestyle will suit you. This also applies, to somebody that doesn't have a Ghanaian background. So you're African American, you're from the Caribbean, based in the diaspora, whatever you are, that you know you're planning to relocate to Ghana, the motherland, you know, key highlight of the preparations you can do is plan your visit. And the visit is not just a one-off visit. Plan regular visits. And these regular visits, I want you to go when the sun is hot, 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 when the Harmattan season is on, when is the rainy season. So you kind of get to experience a 360 feel of Ghana, because if you're just kind of going December to remember, dirty December, you won't get a good feel. There isn't much rain in December. You might get a bit of a feel of Harmattan, but you know, try doing May, June, July when it's like really rainy season, and get a feel of how Ghana is like, you know, during the rainy season, how rain can stop, you know, you from kind of making progress, doing things. And in terms of also doing these trips, when you actually make these trips, try as much as possible to test drive Ghana, right? To live in Ghana like, you know, somebody that has relocated there. So things like, you know, where you buy your grocery, you know, how much grocery is going to cost you, look into, you know, possible healthcare facility, potentially the costs and everything of it. I mean, I was recently in Ghana. I got a bit sick, and obviously I wanted, you know, the top-notch healthcare. I ended up spending about just a little over 10,000 Ghana cedis, and I would do the maths and then probably let you know. I think it probably must have been like, I don't know, a little over 500, 600 pounds. Don't quote me on it, but it was sort of kind of getting into that region. And these are some of the things that you kind of have to realize in terms of when you're planning, you know, the move. So the gentleman, going back to the question, the gentleman asked about finances, job, housing, business. So yeah, that covers the health issue I just talked about, kind of covers the finance aspect of it. But even in terms of the finances, doing these visits will allow you to kind of give you a rough idea of how much it's going to cost you. So the cost element would be your accommodation. Obviously, if you're somebody that has accommodation there already, it's fine. You know, family, you can obviously rely on that. That means free accommodation. But if you don't, you need to look for accommodation. You need to determine what kind of area you're going to be looking to live in. All of this you can do in what we call your research trips. So when you do the trips over, you can kind of do the research trips. So the kind of neighborhood, do you want shops close by? Do you want you know, a bit of a remote area where there's a bit more greenery, that you travel into town, how far away you want to be from town, and so forth. So finances, definitely get your finances in order before you make the move. Calculate how much money you need before you make that move. Job, yeah, if you can take your job along with you as a remote job, fantastic. If not, find something to do, because Ghana does burn the pocket. There are business ideas to kind of explore, but it takes time. So I would say, you know, take your time, explore business ideas, and do some research before you actually launch in, and don't go with hearsay, you know, this business is good, that business is good. You're gonna, you know, kind of jump in. And to just kind of to conclude on the most common challenges faced when you do the transition, it's really kind of being homesick, you know, you know, it being a different culture. So you have to actually, I think the top thing is the culture shock. You will have lots of culture shocks, and you have to kind of prepare yourself for those moments where you be like shocked. What's going on here? How do people think this way? How do people talk this way? You need to kind of take a step back and understand that you're in a new environment. But listen, I'm not going to talk for long. I wasn't supposed to talk for long, but it seems I've talked for quite a bit. Hopefully, I can catch you again in a